stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing having leverage lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
On the completion, Franco. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab.
That was my fault.
A very solid gain of 27.
Yeah, that was my fault.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was on
Those
that man.
types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him.
I'm supposed to kill that man, boy.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 10 more there and another first down. That's a prime example of how Josh Allen can hurt a defense. You remember back to his rookie season a year ago, 631 rushing yards, second only to Lamar Jackson. Also had 8 rushing touchdowns. He is a dual-threat QB. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right for them.
Oh, get that.
This ball's kept intercepted. Good position, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed, that time into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. He was looking for Landry that time. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Getting it inside the 35. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. McCoy, 5th season with the Bills after those 6 in Philadelphia. And remember, he had 4 or 5 years as a 1,000-yard rusher, but then last season really dipped down, just above 500 yards, only 3 touchdowns. Of course, watch the age as well. He did turn 31 back in July. He's going to fire one deep.
Get that. Come on.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Allen. Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
How you go for the field goal down?
So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down the middle. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. He's trying to go back to Beckham there. And now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Get that.
He finds Beckham complete.
Let me get that. Oh, go. Oh, go. Oh, damn!
68 yards, and the Browns have taken the lead.
Oh, damn!
As a former DB, you might not like to see
boy.
it from a wide receiver's perspective. Those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on
That thing
both
is
counts.
sweet.
Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there?
Oh, damn! He got his best friend on there.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Joseph now to kick this one away.
What?
Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And
hey. Ain't nothing cool and cool. How you?
Good, you?
I'm doing good.
When you trying to come again?
Whenever y'all ready. So when y'all ready to go back. But I've been asking y'all the other day about it, but I haven't got no response.
We going this Sunday.
I think I got plans on Sunday this Sunday.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I do it the next Sunday.
Okay.
fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so...
Come on, man.
Ain't nothing. Just playing Madden 20.
What's good, bruh? Ain't nothing, man. Doing good. How you? Doing good.
Good and so
Everything.
skilled
I was about to
and
ask the
from
same thing.
distances that
Everything
we
going good,
almost start
man.
to take them for granted,
Everything
and we
great.
can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put
just
6 on
stop,
the board.
boy.
We'll see. And
Good
able to
one.
rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
When you see a big-time run to the outside, it always comes back to setting the edge, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and they were perfect in setting the edge there.
And the funny part is, both sides of the ball talk about it. The offense has to set the edge so you can get outside. The defense wants to set the edge to control things so they can kick the run back inside.
Offense wins there.
Offense won big.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To the air, Allen. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Matt Milano leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Play fake. Mayfield. Over the middle of Baker.
Get it, Baker.
They're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken
That was a pick.
27 yards there. First down.
That was a fucking pick.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
Oh, my God.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham.
Look at that.
And this is
Oh, my God.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 55 yards. We know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
We'll get a couple yards on that one. So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. A 1-yard run on 1st down, another yard that gets him into the end zone on 2nd down. Maybe not much for the yards per carry average, but hey, 6 points.
Yeah, bottom line is it doesn't matter there. You've got to find a way to wedge it into the end zone. Yards per carry, that's out the window. How do you score? And on the 2nd down, they had something going. They got a yard before. They thought they could do it again, and they got it done.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes LaShawn McCoy as he trots back out there now. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far.
No, they haven't.
A reminder coming up at intermission. Orlando for our EA Sports.
Get out!
He's going deep for Brown.
Oh, yeah.
And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Oh, my God.
Looking downfield for Jones.
Nothing.
And he knocks the ball away. It's incomplete.
Nothing.
Dangerous throw there, partner.
Will?
He's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep
Nothing,
throwing
Will.
up
This shit
50-50
looking
balls,
good, Slim.
and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. But fortunately, and this is going to wind up a
Why the
safety.
fuck would he touch it, bro?
And you know, the man who sat
This
in my
nigga
chair the
just
last
blew
few
the shit
years,
out
he
of me,
has a
bro.
theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4
He
points.
just blew the
I
shit
think
out of
he's
me,
got a
bro.
great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me,
just
that's
blew
like
the
scoring
shit
a
out of me,
touchdown.
bro.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come on.
Yeah,
up to
all
6.
that good
A
shit.
lot of points. And our focus now shifts to Frank Gore. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
They haven't established that running
Yeah,
game
they're
yet.
gonna be
The
there.
question is, will they? Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Oh, that running ain't gonna work.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen.
Get there.
The Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Olivier Vernon able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys.
Oh, my God. How the fuck did I miss him, bruh?
I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So we've reached the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. Well, the halftime show, quite a spectacle, but it's back to football for the second half of Super Bowl 53. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also...
Hey, bro, stop jumping on yourself, all right? You want me to have remote? Go ahead. Stop jumping.
like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now the second down throw on target. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield.
You know where it's going at.
That sack to Harrison Phillips.
You know where it was going
This
at.
game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
You know where it was going at.
That 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Mayfield completes it to Higgins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards just shy of midfield. The catch and run good for 24 yards. On first down, they'll run with Chubb, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. From just shy of midfield, Mayfield flushed out right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40.
Wow.
And finally taken
I was
down
trying to get
the
down.
40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield.
Odell.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
Odell.
Odell Beckham. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
Odell.
The Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Odell.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military.
He's burning his ass
very
up.
precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned, so you really give yourself an advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive in total 8 plays.
How
And
the
it
fuck
ends
you
with
ain't
a
no
touchdown
Odell?
for Cleveland.
What's with
Joseph
Cleveland?
now to kick this one away.
Fuck no, boy.
This will be fielded at the 6.
You thought I picked Cleveland for
Here, we
what?
stop
Just
shy of the
to pick
25
Cleveland?
at the 24-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right?
Get
Put
that.
your shoulder against the
God,
boulder and
good
start
hit,
pushing
35.
and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Niggas on point,
No gain
bro.
on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen.
Get on!
He's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Miles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Go.
How about that, partner? His second
Go out,
sack
go
of the game, and that
home.
puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number
get there,
of
y'all.
3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the
Who's in
list
first?
here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Now Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
You get that.
And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete.
Boy, that
A
was a hit.
surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Mayfield off the play fake.
Odell.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
God.
Odell Beckham.
Odell.
with his
He just
third
fucking
touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Thank
And
God.
this is obviously quite a performance, and most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team.
Who the fuck is my second score? This score is blue as shit.
You want big? Huh?
Nah, I'm good. I don't need no damn big. Shit, I need one guy to figure out why the fuck these niggas ain't doing shit. Well, throw it trash. Throw it trash.
What's that?
It's in the kitchen. In the kitchen. That trash bag ain't closed. Just lift it up and throw it in. Hey, Candy. Candy. Yeah, throw in trash for it. Yeah.
Do you know this is funny? I want to play the game. But I don't know this game.
Yeah.
Auntie Bays look like not baby face. Like nothing. Like where's Sasha?
Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Where's Sasha?
He's downstairs.
I want to see her.
Alright. Go back in the room. Go back in the living room. Go. Go ahead. Hey, bro. What the hell y'all doing? Put it back in the sink. Put it back in the sink. Hey, Rose, stop flipping. Go back in the living room. Go back in the living room.